I've worked hard to create rhythms in my life, writing down what I plan to do, what I don't plan to do, when I'm going to do whatever I have planned. I work for myself. I'm a real estate agent. I've been doing this for 7 years. There's this culture in the realtor world. It's a hustle culture. It takes on this sort of heated hurriedness that you'll hear when speaking to an agent. It may sound something like, I'm available 24/7, or it's hard work, but I love what I do. It may look like happy hours knocking back 5 beers at a time during the week, or watching crime shows on loop to mirror the turmoil of the everyday. I've thought a lot about how I'm going to show you what it's really like, or rather, what it's really like for me. I can't speak for others. In our company, we have a saying that your business only grows to the extent that you do. I both love and hate this statement. It sounds like something that would come out of the mouth of an insistent mother cheering her child on the sport field somewhere. Like growth is reading a business book and posting a quote to social media. Like growth is learning how to hire someone and give them tasks so that you're not as busy. And yeah, that's growth. It's so hard to tell individual stories of the hurt, nausea, and anxiety that happens in just one day in business. I don't journal enough to remember them. I recently stopped drinking daily though, so I would have to deal with them in a different way. Anxiety is my constant companion in this business, but what I've learned over the past years is that anxiety has always been my companion. It is exacerbated by the concept of sales, especially when dealing with the sale of anything to the general public. These days, there are 3 things I fight tooth and nail to tell myself daily. And if you ask me today what growth I'm experiencing, it would be these. And of course, it may be different tomorrow. On my phone's lock screen, there is a quote, and it says, "When you realize it's all made up and you actually make all the rules." It's a reminder that the rules of the world are created by humans. I live by so many rules, and these days I work hard to question those rules and discard what is not helpful to my own mental health. Anxiety often forces me to look at the future and make contingency plans. I know most people make plan A and B, but my mind can take me all the way through to plan Z. When I feel myself spiraling, I have a phrase that I heard somewhere and it grounds me. It says, I have everything I need in this moment. My fears revolve around money, the appearance of success, and imperfection. If I can bring my mind back to where my body is located, I can usually quell the sensations of failure that exist on the periphery of what I can control. When my mind races into the future of improbable possibilities, I tend to try to deal with multiple things at a time, and usually poorly. Overwhelm is often a daily occurrence. It's like a pit that's entirely too easy to fall into, and on the way down, my nervous system is fried by my insistence on the attempt of multitasking. Just take it one moment at a time. The only moment I have to deal with is this one that's in front of me. And thankfully, the moments bleed into one another, and instead of falling into a pit of despair, more like gently rolling down a hill of soft grass, slow enough to avoid the rocks that trip me up. I wish the feeling would just go away for good. It feels like fighting a tiger that gets smaller and more helpless over time, until it feels like it's starving and latches onto some small trigger to feed it. Right now, it feels like maintenance. Maybe someday it will feel like something else.